What's up, guys? Me, Mudahar, and welcome to our technically second episode of this podcast. For those of you who remember the original one, shout outs to all of you. But I got my lovely friends here, Fyra and Tachibana, and today we're covering today we're doing our second episode of this podcast. Technically, this is going to be the first. All right, this is the Some Ordinary Podcast.
This is the new incarnation. It's a rebranding.
And also, it's
wow, holy shit. You reference us as Tachibana and Fyra.
Well,
no kidding, right?
Well, I figured I put more effort into our Pathfinder game than our GM. But anyways,
I know, right?
Yeah, that's a call out right
GM
there.
GM isn't here.
Yeah, Ace isn't here right now. He's just doing some really stupid shit right now. No,
Probably.
I think he's working. But anyways, today we're going to talk about the Yellow Dolan Awards, and we're going to talk about some stuff, have a little chill video series going around, because I like to get my friends involved with things. I know that things like troll passes and stuff and all that kind of crap isn't really... by the way, we should cut back on the swearing, see if that messes up with the algorithm too. But anyways...
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, because that's the topic.
My video didn't get fucked with.
You already broke it, Kyle. Look at what you just said. That's a very offensive word.
Well, here's the thing.
There it is.
Oh, God.
There you go.
But no, here's the thing. Yesterday I uploaded a putt-putt video where the entire video I do not swear once. I put nothing in the metadata that would indicate not family friendly, and that video has not been hit yet.
Dude, and you know what? My Drake and Josh video, where I definitely cussed a numerous amount of times, is apparently just doing fine right now. But anyways, the topic of today's videos, ladies and gentlemen, the topic of today's podcast, rather, we'll be doing this on a weekly basis, is the Yellow Dolan Awards. And I mentioned in the video that I recently made, where I talked about my channel and its Yellow Dolan Awards, I gave YouTube a lot of credit for obviously providing us with such an amazing, rectally dominating feature. And I figured we should go through all of our experiences, right? You know, well, why not? So... my experience so far with the Yellow Dolan Awards is, for the most part, this is something that's already been happening anyways. Now we're just seeing it. And I swear to God, if I'm not mistaken, this same exact stuff happened like months ago. I think it happened months ago to somebody like Rob Dyke, and now it's affecting everyone blanket-wide. So now,
yeah, and here's the thing. It's the creepy side of YouTube that's getting hit with this. And primarily, there are other sides, but it's primarily the creepy side.
Well, from what I'm hearing, like, there's channels like Censored Gaming, a channel that I look at that's also getting hit. Everyone's getting hit, dude. You could be talking about making lemon meringue pies and still be hit by the YouTube nuns. It's just that, to me, the YouTube nuns that were basically fighting against Rob Dyke have now decided, well, we're just going to finger everybody, you know, because YouTube is an American platform, and if it's one thing about America, is we believe in freedom and equality to everyone and all that. So if one person's getting shoved with the YouTube nun dildo, all of us are. Now, from my channel perspective, I have been hit, you know, relatively hard. Now, I said 80%, but looking further into it, YouTube actually reinstated a lot of the green Dolans. So I'm more down to like 40%. Right?
Jesus Christ, that's
so
still a lot.
That's still a lot, but to me it doesn't really matter any much, because as you make videos, the older ones that you make, like months older, a year older, they don't get any more views. So the idea of people complaining about those ones being hit with the Yellow Dolan strikes, they're not as impactful, because most content creators have made the Dolans off of those videos, so they're not really going to get anything out of it, right? And that's exactly. It's the stuff that we've made up till recently, like I would say a month and a half ago, that's to worry about. And even then, it's really more realistically things we made like 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago. It hits harder to those who are uploading infrequently, right? Like, you know, one of the content creators, you know, Colossal is crazy. I don't know if you guys know him, right? I mean, Baited Podcast and all that.
Heard of him.
He uploads once an eon. You know, somebody like JonTron uploads once every, you know, century, right? So
of course.
He's getting hit pretty. He's going to be hit pretty hard with this. Daily uploaders, people that upload at a frequent rate, you know, at a very consistent schedule, they don't really need to worry, because we can be more mindful of how we upload. But regardless, 40% of the channel has been on a blanket content unfriendly ban. Not ban, but it's been hit. And the problem is, it's not so much the Dolans drive me insane, because like I said, we've already made our Dolans anyways. The thing is, what drives me insane is once you get hit with a advertiser unfriendly Dolan award, you don't really get shown up in the search rankings, or at least that is pushed down. So things like Spider-Man, Elsa, all that nonsense, that gets to go up. Well, even that doesn't go up anymore, but you guys get what I mean, right? Like the really the videos that YouTube wants to push that they'll believe is going to be saving their website from this advertiser boycott is being pushed up while everyone's content is being pushed down. The problem is this affects any like content creator, whether you could be PewDiePie or you could be anybody, you're getting hit, right? So this affects anyone.
Well, here's the thing.
I don't really believe that there's going to be hit a lot with the channels that are directly in links with YouTube. Like, you know, maybe some whatever cooking channel, maybe gaming channel, like directly involved with YouTube.
Well, let me
try to push you that on your face.
Well, let me tell you that like directly. The thing is, I feel like even YouTube doesn't want to push this, and I feel like there's a mismanagement at YouTube themselves. Now, I've been in touch with the YouTube offices in San Francisco, right? I get a call from them, you know, every once in a while, right? Every once, I guess you could say 2 weeks around there, from a channel strategist, right? And the thing is that with the channel strategist, he was looking at my channel and said things like, you know, me covering the deep web, or sometimes when I was making videos like destroying a virtual machine with memes, that's what was helping my channel because I have an affinity with that stuff. So I don't feel that they're against the content that I make, because otherwise why would he tell me to keep, you know, producing that content? And that's what helps me out. I feel like YouTube themselves, like I said, they have an AI that's launched and they can't really control it, right? Even the tweets that you see from YouTube's tweets themselves straight up say that our system, you know, it needs more context. System. They use the word system. It's not an actual person. It's the system behind it. And let's not pretend that YouTube can hire tons of people to watch the videos. That's not logical. They can't hire that many people to do it, okay? With all the videos being uploaded, you need an AI bot. And I would think a company like Google, whose job is to create an artificial intelligence bot to really do a bunch of things on the internet, would be behind this, but they're not. They've in fact relied on it's not a good AI. It's an AI that is like, it's still, I think, learning. It's like an alpha stage AI, but they just unleash it on everyone because of the cluster, you know, that is because of the bomb that's being dropped on YouTube right now.
Well, the thing is that they gave the bot a set of parameters, and it's kind of, I don't know, in a way it's kind of broken those parameters. Either it's enforcing them to a higher degree than what they anticipated, or maybe it's not enforcing it to the degree that they wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's a broken AI though. It's either which way, it hasn't learned its job the way they anticipated it.
Well, you can
not only that, but it can also be manipulated.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah, if you mess around with
the views you want.
If you mess around with the metadata you want, anybody can get past this if they really, really desire to. And you're right, it also helps YouTube really push the content they want. Look, at the end of the day, guys, your content creators, you know, for the people that do this as a living, even somebody like me that doesn't do it for a living, we do rely on the channel, you know, like making money in order to keep funding it, right? Obviously, the games, they don't pay for themselves, the equipment doesn't upgrade itself, things like that don't happen. You need that flow of money, right? Having the video, you know, cost to go out and tase Kyle doesn't pay for itself. Everyone needs that funding. But the thing is that if you're content creators, like say for example, if Rob Dyke, if this is your job, you're not going to be making videos that you were used to making and your community enjoys, because you can't, again, pay for those videos, right? You have to pay for something in order to make it. That whole saying, you got to spend money to make money, to win money, that's very true of what happens over here. So with that, YouTube's idea of manipulating the content to their political viewpoint or whatever, stay strong. That's definitely something you can't ignore. And I think Amaru was totally right on that.
Oh, yeah.
One thing I do have to say is that, you know, it's a bad situation when a creator the size of Rob Dyke has to rely on Patreon to basically crowdsource his videos now, because before he started doing Patreon, like heavily promoting it, he was losing $400 a video because of the production quality that went into each video.
Oh yeah, that's because
not only
and all that stuff.
Not only like the big ones like Rob Dyke, but like people who have like not that big fan base. For example, I really like how is this guy's video? Guru Larry. He doesn't have a big following, but he has to rely on Patreon to keep his channel going. Yeah. Mostly.
Well, it's almost like
I don't know the story.
If you looked up any channel out there, you know, even if it's somebody big like me, like we're not making any fucking money. You think my channel would make some Dolans. It does, but it's not anywhere close to what we had. I think last year, the advertising revenue that we all shared collectively on the site was huge. All right, like I can't obviously.
Last year was a record year for YouTube.
Well, last year, I'll say it from my experience. I'm not going to give you guys like channel metrics and things. I know I can. Yep. I think I can, but I don't know if I can. I'm not gonna break like profit records. But what I'm telling you,
let's just say a lot of shark cards. That's it.
Yeah, let's just say that this channel made 70% more than what it did when it came out. So if it's already making a chunk of money, I would say now, you can imagine like 80% is like a significant chunk more. That's like 3 doctors combined salary or something. But but the thing is like for the content creators that basically got so used to that revenue stream have been hit the hardest. It was money to the point where you could buy Ferraris and keep them and nice houses and shit. But this year, when the adpocalypse hit, you had to live within your means. You were still making money, but you had to live, with maybe a B.
Yeah, you have to cut some expenses.
Well, shit, to be honest, a lot of these people who got hit the hardest by this, I would say that they already had, like, the reason they got hit so hard is because they were living such an extravagant lifestyle. Suddenly this adpocalypse hits.
Yeah, and then instead of
income gets hit by a third of what it was.
Yeah, so instead of driving in that nice Ferrari, you might have to slum around in, heaven forbid, a nice BMW, I would say. God forbid that would happen to you. Oh, my Lord, the horrors.
Right? People, we can't let them go around town just that thing, animals.
People like Lispy Jimmy, they can't buy their Dolan cards anymore. Damn, this is...
It must be done.
But, you know what I mean? But the thing is like... The reason for that is that YouTube's current, like, I'm going to say ad pool, which is the money they had total, like, to spread out to every content creator, was actually in the billions. They were making money. They were breaking even at about 4 or 5 billion US dollars, which, if you think about an ad pool, is a significant chunk. Currently, YouTube is sitting at about 15 to 25%, if we're being very nice, of what it initially was. So that's why people are making less, because instead of having billions of dollars to spread around with your content creators, now you have... $1 billion, maybe less. You have less money.
To be fair, in the advertising industry, that isn't a whole lot.
No, TV still makes a significant chunk, which is weird to me because TV is like the most dying platform I've honestly been witnessing. Yeah.
No, here's the thing, people. I will tell you right now, 10, 15 years, you ain't going to have cable television anymore. It's going to be either satellite, which even that's dying out, or you're going to have like apps like Sling that
you're going to have Netflix takes over. You're going to have
exactly
Netflix, you're going to have Amazon, you're going to have all these, competitors, and we'll get to the idea of competitors later. We'll get to the idea of competitors, don't get me wrong. So the Yellow Dolan Award hits everyone, and everyone's in this, slump right now, as you could say, this economic slump of YouTube. And I don't see it going away anytime soon, because the honest truth about it is if you think your adpocalypse situation is bad, I want you to put yourself in the shoes of YouTube's CEO right now. And just wonder how. I want you to sit down and imagine what it is to be her on a daily basis, knowing that she has turned a site that used to break even, making 15 to 20% of what it does. YouTube was breaking even. What I mean by that is it wasn't making a profit. The only reason Google enjoys YouTube is not only is it one of the most popular sites, but it holds a monopoly on online video. And it's one of those things that YouTube and Alphabet Incorporated, which is a company that owns Google, likes to have YouTube by, basically when they're sitting around, they can say, we own the monopoly on it, right? We own the monopoly on online video. That's why it's worth it for us to pay for it. We make our other revenue from other sources. We can keep YouTube afloat. But when YouTube starts making 20% of what it was, truly hemorrhaging at the seams, gets all the bad press, and the only thing the CEO can do right now is maybe run a couple bots and see what can happen, it is literal months left for her employment at YouTube.Incorporated until another CEO has to be kicked in.
I believe it's just saturated itself.
She hasn't gone already, honestly.
She won't be
saturated itself, mostly because it's just like it's a monopoly.
And that's the thing. It is a monopoly. And unfortunately, there's no way for you to take on YouTube because there is one company out there that's making a grandiose attempt, and it's called Amazon. For those of you who don't know, Amazon bought out Twitch a while ago. And Twitch at this moment in time is one of the most popular streaming platforms out there, if not the popular streaming platform. Now, I would argue that Twitch is up there with YouTube gaming, YouTube Live, because YouTube Live, and it's also up there with Facebook Live. Right now, these three are the biggest live streaming dominant platforms, but Twitch, I would argue, has a better technology. But not only that,
Yes.
Twitch is backed by Amazon, which if you look into the amounts of money that Amazon makes, these people are buying undersea cables. They're an actual direct threat to Google. When you're sitting in
To be
the
fair,
Oh,
they
yeah.
just Amazon just bought out the Whole Foods brand.
yeah,
And on the first day of that buyout, where they took control of the company, they slashed, like, I think it was like every product in store to like 44% off because they
wow,
could.
I didn't know that. Yeah, because they were subsidizing money from Amazon, exactly.
Yeah, no. Amazon was like, hey, here is a massive sale for the Whole Foods brand.
And they can afford to
And
do that. And the thing is, if they do that, then because Whole Foods, the thing is, it's good food. It's just overly priced. If you can get rid of the overly
Yes.
priced aspect of it, any other organic manufacturer is like, I'm fucking out of here, dude. Fuck that shit.
well, shit, dude. Here's the thing: if with Amazon behind them,
Yeah.
fucking Walmart supermarts, Target supercenters, they could go to the wayside because they're going to have to compete really hard.
It's because Amazon has that fucking hate boner for Walmart, right? It's like Amazon's that one company that's just like Walmart probably used to sit there, it's like, nah, this guy ain't gonna be fucking me in the ass 10 years down the line. Bitch, you were wrong. This dude came in hard from the rear, man. He's gonna butt fuck you.
You just got blockbustered.
Dude, every
shit.
time, dude,
That's
Amazon.
exactly a Blockbuster. Did you guys know that Blockbuster had the opportunity to buy out Netflix for something like, I think it was 10 million, and they turned
Oh
it down
my
because they
God.
didn't think Netflix would be a competitor to them.
And could
They
you
did not think it would go. They didn't think the need for They didn't
Yeah,
think
digital.
people would want. Yeah, they didn't think
Dude,
that. They were like, no,
dude,
people
for-
will want physical.
for 10 million, dude, I'd fucking prostitute myself if I could buy Netflix for 10 million back then. Fuck me, dude. That would have been an amazing deal. That's
That
what
would've
it
been
is. Amazon is the
single
fucking
biggest
Netflix.
investment.
And that's sort of what we're getting at too, is YouTube finally seems like the reason why I'm not so pissed off about the yellow Dolans is because I know because of the yellow Dolans, that money has to come back in some way, right? The advertiser Dolans have to come back. Because let me be honest, Pepsi and shit, they need to sell their stuff, okay? There's only so many cringy ads they can make about, protesting or whatever before, people stop buying fucking Pepsi. They need to advertise their brand, right? You constantly need to do it. They need to sell their shit. So if people they're targeting aren't watching TV, because sure as shit nobody my age or younger than me is watching television, they're going to have to put their money back on YouTube. Now say YouTube keeps fucking up its content creators and people like jump ship and other content creators come by, like not other content creators, sorry, like other platforms, they come by and say, you give us some of those Dolans, we'll provide you with views by, enticing other content creators. Like, I don't know, let's say Guru Larry, right? Let's say VidMe, I'm bringing that name up. Let's say VidMe says, we'll give you a good partnership, we'll give you a high rate, come to us and make websites for us, make content for us exclusively. We'll push you up because you just came to our site, right? That means
Exactly.
Guru Larry heads over there, makes videos. The community and the views that YouTube gets go over there, because YouTube needs to realize that if a content creator leaves, their views just don't spill out to anybody else. Some people have such a hardcore following that their following will go with them, and they'll say fuck YouTube entirely. So because YouTube's competitor VidMe, it might not get billions of views a month, but it's getting hundreds of millions. Guess what? It's going to get some advertiser Dolans, and because it has the better system out there, it's going to be better optimized, and then more creators start jumping ship when they see Guru Larry making the money again and living a more comfortable life over the VidMe platform. And then guess what happens to YouTube? It implodes within itself, because the cat videos and the dog videos and the Elsa Spider-Man baby videos, they're not going to fucking keep the site running.
Oh shit!
Exactly.
They don't
That's
do
what
well
I think.
enough.
They need to play the cards right, because they're the only competitors that they have. Because YouTube was like a monopoly for years and years, and they were still going. What they need is some
I would
solid
say-
competition, which is friendly for the business.
It is
I would
friendly.
say to an extent. I would say to an extent they still are a monopoly, but they are slowly. Not slowly. They're pretty quickly losing ground
Well, here's
to other competitors.
Here's the thing about it, okay? Realistically, and I work in the media business, there are two companies that can make any fucking competition right now, overnight, to YouTube, to the point where it truly cripples YouTube even more than they could ever anticipate. One of them is Amazon.
One of them.
Facebook can be one of them, but I'm mentioning two specifically in the market that YouTube's in. One of them is
Okay.
Amazon, who owns Twitch live streaming, but Amazon also owns entire movie studios where they make original shows.
You are right.
Amazon YouTube Red it might be cool to some people. You know, you get to see Game Lab and scare PewDiePie whenever that was on, but Amazon decimates them. Amazon's gotten people like Bryan Cranston making TV shows fresh out of Breaking Bad. Netflix, don't even get me started on Netflix. People are not paying to watch Human Centipede or any random movie on Netflix anymore. When anybody talks about Netflix, they talk about original Netflix shows like Narcos, like House of Cards. Like, hey man, you see Daredevil, the Netflix show? That's what they pay Netflix for. Netflix can come in, and if Netflix offers a creator platform where people can upload videos to a certain standard, Netflix says, because they don't want like, they don't
want crap on there.
They don't want like a DSP gaming let's play up there, you know what I mean? Like just crowding up with like 80 fucking videos and saying, well, let's get away with the platform, right? They're going to obviously require that, if I go up there, it's like make your deep web videos, but make them, to the standards that we want, right? It's a uniform standard. You know what I mean? Like make it sound good, make it look good, make it professional. Netflix
can make it a production, make it look like it's a TV show.
Yeah,
exactly. And straight up seeing how YouTube is losing everything because of those limitations. They're just gonna straight up be more lax with those laws.
And the thing with Netflix is they don't care. They can show a titty and get away with it. They can play their advertisers fine. They can get people like, PewDiePie or somebody in there as long as they say, well, don't make swastika jokes, because at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff stemmed out from PewDiePie's little, kill all the Jews joke. Let's be serious here. It's because of it. And here's the thing, okay? I defend that joke, and it's not because I'm racist or anything about it. It's because it's all contextual. We all fucking knew what was going on. And I don't doubt for a second that the two Indian guys they paid on fucking Fiverr didn't know that whole phrase before writing it out and putting it on the internet, okay? They fucking knew what they were writing. They're to blame just as much in this as PewDiePie was. But he truly fucked up.
They were in for getting something.
Yeah, he truly fucked up. Some salty fucking Wall Street Journal wrote an article and he fucked the system up entirely. And I'm still a firm believer that the system's fucked up for a little while towards the end of the year. It won't probably be fixed up till mid-2018. But here's how it goes till mid-2018. The Dolans will come back. But the world could be changed entirely when it comes to online video. You could either have YouTube be the sole competitor if they get their shit together and make a proper system and they stop fucking over the creators. Or the creators get better offers from like VidMe, possibly Netflix, Amazon, Twitch, all these other competitors that are kicking off. Hell, Microsoft could throw money around with Mixer. And next thing you know, YouTube, the market for them has been they're not competitive anymore. At this point, it's not like Google, the search engine that monopolizes pretty much to this day. Now you got so much competition that YouTube will have to play by the rules and actually make their system better because they're not the ones in control anymore.
Exactly.
That's just what I'm seeing with the world. So those are two scenarios we can see kick off out of this. And regardless, both scenarios are beneficial for anybody that's willing to stick around on the platform. And I don't see any true content creator just leaving. They might start up a Patreon. I'm not going to deny it. Maybe I'd start up a Patreon if the channel got even worse than it is. And it's already pretty bad that maybe just to keep costs running. But the thing is that I think if you truly care about making videos, you're not leaving, right?
Yeah.
You're not leaving. You're going to roll with it. But we are looking at our options. Am I looking at something like VidMe? Yeah, I made a VidMe account. I uploaded a couple. VidMe has an easy thing. You can just go put a URL for your channel like video and it gets posted there. Easy. It's literally
fair. A lot of YouTube's revenue seems to be disappearing with, as we said, Twitch. There's a lot of gaming YouTubers who are getting impacted by this are now just deciding to move to Twitch entirely.
Well, it's not just Twitch too. Like I stream on both platforms, but at the end of the day, it's like live streaming itself has become more of a, I guess you could say, interactive medium, right? If you're a gaming YouTuber, I think that you should just really be embracing live streaming at this point. I used to live stream, but personal things got in the way. Now I'm dedicating almost every day to a live stream, 2-3 hours. But that's the thing that you're getting me on is gaming YouTubers. Gaming YouTubers are the fucking reason that this site has a significant chunk of viewership as it is. If you guys look at the stats of it, gaming is one of the most healthy things alive on here ever since, the first couple Let's Players that kicked off on the site. The fact that YouTube's going hard against gaming of all things is driving me insane. Let me ask you guys this question. When you were on YouTube, what was one of the prominent game ads that you saw lately in the last month?
For just like
Just any
in
video.
general?
Yeah, just a video game that you saw. An ad for a video game on the site.
Shit. If I was going for like traditional advertisement, maybe Destiny 2.
Yeah.
Maybe, if that.
Let me tell you this. I don't use ad block like you fucking cunts. So actually I do.
Shut
Everyone
the fuck up.
actually. Amari, do you use ad block or do you use Spanish ad block? I mean, I know that Spanish YouTube has just like I know that fucking Spanish YouTube has so much AIDS in it, so I'm just asking you from there. He's so fucking quiet. He's like, fuck you, dude. Well, all right, man. You go back to your German gaming 4K. Anyways, Destiny 2 was one of the most prominent ads that was played on YouTube. So if they're targeting videos that have Destiny...
Wasn't Destiny partly created by Microsoft themselves?
No. It's Bungie and Activision. Xbox is getting the shaft. But that's a whole nother video, dude. Holy fuck.
Because I was going to say, it would make sense if they would, because Google, Microsoft, fucking advertising, they're basically pushing their own shit at that point.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Okay. Destiny 2 right now in the YouTube content-friendly advertisement system is getting hit the hardest. People who show Destiny footage are getting hit just because it has a gun in it and, God forbid, naughty language, right? So how the fuck can you advertise Destiny 2 on your bot? How can you advertise the game on the site, but at the same time vilify it?
Not allow, yeah.
It's like, what is a double standard?
Up.
And like, here's the thing. They want to make advertiser-friendly things. I see ads for things like Toyota Corollas or Camrys or Honda Civics, right? For like Infiniti. And I'm like, what fucking 12-year-old is buying an Infiniti sedan? What 12-year-old is buying a luxury sedan? I don't fucking know anyone. Kyle, do you know any 12-year-old that's buying a Toyota Corolla? Or an Infiniti? Dude,
that I'm aware of.
Guess what? I've seen a Mercedes-Benz ad. If you can tell me a 12-year-old that's buying a Mercedes-Benz right now and rolling that thing around on the streets, let me fucking know. Because YouTube seems to believe so. So they got these mismatched fucking ads that are playing for an audience that can't afford half the shit. You know what YouTube should have done? Is YouTube should have gotten a fucking team together to go up to all these advertisers and give them the anti-Wall Street Journal treatment, is to tell them that they are going to focus on... They should have made their AI better instead of just launching it haphazardly, because what this looks like to me is just a company that's fucking shitting itself. Like, they don't know what to do. It's like what is that saying? Like a wolf trapped in a fox trapped in a corner or something, right?
Well, shit, dude. Okay, so let's look at it this way. Let's say, Muda, me and you start up a business one day, and 10 years down the road, we have a fucking booming year. We make $5 billion in revenue. Dude, and then we turn around the next year and sales drop by 80%.
Bro, what business is this? You're talking about a drug lab. What the fuck? 5 billion. Anyway,
no, like legit. Yeah. Like your business dropped off 80%, and we're almost done with the year. We have what, 3 months left?
Yeah, there's no signs of it getting better. No.
And this fiscal year is over. They've dropped the ball by their amount of money they're making drops by 80%.
If ads were gonna get good, they would have gotten good around this beginning of the fiscal year, because that's when advertising is refreshed.
They should have gotten good in August. And that's the thing. Me personally, I'll tell you people this. I had the best month of my channel in August. The thing is, no, this year. Oh. Last year too. Last year I did amazing. This year I crushed every milestone from last August by double. But, and here's the thing, advertising was non-existent. Advertising was non-existent, and I don't care. I don't make shit off of this, but I can only imagine how bad it's hitting these channels that are much, much bigger than me. Like, say, for example, Rob Dyke. Let's put in a random nothing.
Let's put in a random 10 million subscriber channel. See how the fuck they're doing, comparing their fiscal reports to last year. Because at that point, they've also built a business out of this. Like they also have fiscal reports to file too. How the fuck do they feel when they look at 2016 and say, "Oh shit, I made 80% more than I did in 2017. I should just fucking blow my brains out right now."
Exactly, and that's the thing I'm saying. I'm like, at what point? I mean, I know creators, they're saying, "Oh, it's YouTube." Adpocalypse, but at what point is the YouTube creator going to turn around and say, maybe it's something I'm doing wrong? You know, there comes a point where they look at the bottom line and they say something isn't right here.
Yeah.
And maybe it's me.
Exactly. But until
that's going to fuck with your platform.
I think ultimately who really should be crapping themselves is not just the content creators, but the YouTube platform itself. All we've learned about the yellow Dolan so far is that this is, listen, if you're a competitor to Google right now, like Amazon or Twitch or whatever, and you're looking to strangle the enemy right now, let me tell you, your competition just has like 12 gauges right to every part of their body. Their flak jacket ain't working anymore, okay? They have gotten a Desert Eagle shot right to their throat, and they are barely gasping for air. You can step in right now and just end it. All right, you can go in and
legitimately though, that's the scary thing. If Amazon, for instance, if they wanted to do away with YouTube at this point, they have the means to do it.
Oh, they could do.
They totally do.
Dude, they could send their proverbial hitman after them and be done with it right overnight. And but that's what is. Go ahead.
It's bad for business if they do that, and that's the problem.
They need to look good doing it. And I think Amazon understands that too. That's why they totally still haven't done in Walmart. I think the thing is that they keep them, at bay, right? Like they always keep them one step below, but they're not going to ice them because they need. You got to have competition, or else you only stay so long at the top before you're dethroned, right?
Yep.
That's the reality of it. PewDiePie will not be the only one that remains at the top of the subscriber chart forever. Maybe Jake Paul might overtake it. You never know. Everyone changes. There used to be a point where Ray William Johnson was a top deal in the site. Now look what happened to him.
Things just killed his own channel off.
Yeah, things change every day, and YouTube is changing, and YouTube's got till I would say early 2018. We're just talking the start of next year to get all of their shit together, or else they're not going to be sharing this pie just with themselves. They're going to have 6-7 other people in that room that are going to be taking differing chunks out of that pie. And if YouTube ends up taking 10-15%, you guarantee your ass that the company running this whole site, Google, Alphabet, whatever you want to call them, are going to have some serious firing to do.
Well, not only that, but honestly, I could see YouTube going the way of MySpace. I could totally see it just because of the fact.
I don't know if it'll go that much, Kyle. I mean, it's still the most popular platform.
It's not that. Say we come to the beginning of the year, they don't have their shit together, and suddenly we have 4 or 5 different competitors that are taking substantial chunks of the market away from them.
I think
I can see Google icing it.
I can see if one competitor kicks in and starts taking content creators like me or Guru Larry or Critical or anybody else to their side of the platform with better delivery content, with better things in general, I can see that loss of constant viewership hitting YouTube so hard that maybe in that regard, yeah, I can see YouTube getting less of a fucking input. Because if they're not the monopoly anymore, you bet your ass Google and Alphabet are not going to be spending the billions of dollars on it just to keep it afloat.
Exactly. They're gonna let it die out.
They're just gonna let it float around. It's gonna be one of those, because Google has a fuck ton of projects anyways. This is gonna end up being another project of theirs. They're gonna have to put their egos aside and see if they can buy out any other bit of the competition with whatever remaining war funds they got from it and be good. Because right now, either YouTube gets its shit together, and if it does, that's all great for us, because that means we go back to 2016 YouTube and it's all good. Or we get competitors, and again, ladies and gentlemen, you as a content creator, if you make videos, you are not losing anything by uploading all your videos to VidMe right now. In fact, if anything, I would argue you should do it just because it's better for long-term growth anyways, multiple platform. Hell, if you're uploading your shit to Dailymotion, go for it. I think right now, the most subscribed person on Dailymotion is probably Watch Mojo or something like that. So yeah, maybe Watch Mojo is a fucking PewDiePie of Dailymotion. And in a way that's good because they at least have another platform they put themselves in, right? That's why I streamed about YouTube and Twitch. You know, it just allows your audience to have more options and, you know, it builds your platform no matter where you go.
And to be fair, if one goes belly up, you got something right away to fall back onto instead of having to etch your own image into another site. You've already got something built.
Exactly. So, you know, what we learned about YouTube is content creation online isn't going anywhere. You guys are still as relevant and needed, but you guys should just diversify yourself in other platforms because right now YouTube has a very strong chance of getting a 12 gauge right to the fucking head by one of its competitors. Think of this game like a drug war. You know, you got YouTube running their coke and you got another cartel running their own coke. At the end of the day, if Cartel A starts to get weaker, Cartel B is not going to waste any fucking time getting in and taking over. Let's be serious here.
Yeah, no kidding.
In the business world, ladies and gentlemen, this is dog eat dog. And right now, YouTube better fucking fix his shit or it's going to be put down like a fucking rabbit motherfucker.
No, I totally agree with that. I mean, like we said, when we before we even started recording, you have been hit with yellow Dolan buttons galore.
Oh, fuck it. Dude,
You've been hit with them galore. I actually just went through during this. I went through my channel. I found 2 of them.
You've been actually getting fucking straight demonetized. So think about it like this.
A lot of mine, I only have 2 yellow buttons. But a lot of my stuff has been getting straight demonetized and I'm not allowed to appeal it.
And you know what? That's also another shitty sign of what YouTube's doing. At the end of the day, if you're a big channel like me, you'll just get yellow Dolans, and that's all fine. You can still appeal and still be fine in the land of YouTube. But if you're somebody like Kyle who doesn't really have a presence on this site, then you're going to get fucked even more than you could expect. So if the YouTube nuns are fingering me, Kyle's getting a whole fucking Sunday school lecture right now, and I'm missing out. And I'm not complaining, motherfucker. You enjoy that Sunday school lecture. Holy shit.
Yeah, dude, the priest is being real thorough with me.
Dude, you're getting... Oh my god. Yeah, we're getting flagged for this one. But I think it's time we end the podcast here. I think we got like a good 40-minute record over here. This is pretty good.
Yeah, we're at about 40.
So yeah, I think we're going to do these every week. Just a little chill video for you guys. We've been planning this for like a month. And I hope the reception for it is good. I like it. You know, make a video every week kind of like this. It's sort of like the deep web videos for me too, right? Like I get that one video of the week to just chill back on and stuff.
Exactly. It's nice. It's chill. Something that the people can throw in the background and just listen to while they play whatever games that they play. Yeah. After all, this is the Some Ordinary Gamers channel.
Yeah, so tell us what game you guys are playing in the comment section below, and I swear to God, we'll read it. We'll even pin the gayest comment you can come up with.
Oh yes,
dude. We'll pin the gayest Lenny emoticon you can. How about we just... Do you realize now we said that the comment section is getting so fucking thrashed?
Dude, can somebody... Oh my god, can someone make a Chris Redfield Lenny emoticon?
I love you so much. I swear to God.
If someone can do this, I will... Oh my god, if someone can do this, do it.
Oh, please, God, somebody...
Figure it out.
Somebody's gonna ask you that shit up. Anyways, if you all like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Just like we dislike it. Go check out Kyle's channel. Go check out Imaru's channel. Those links will be in the description below. Let us know what you thought about this ever lovely episode, whether you're on YouTube or you're on iTunes or you're on SoundCloud or you're on fucking, you know, Afghanistani talk show radio blog, whatever we come up with. Let us know what you thought about it. This is us guys, and we're out.